Hi guys! Today I have a video that just screams desperation and laziness. We're going to be doing a video about Unstable Unicorn cards, and I'm going to do a mini series of this, which you'll see on my channel. It'll be up like every hour or so. Maybe I'll just upload all the videos at once. Anyway, today I've got the top 10 best unicorns from Unstable Unicorns. This consists of their name, their design, and their effect. So without further ado, let's get into it. At number 10, we have a Wasted White Unicorn, and it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's from the Not Safe for Work package, and it is literally a wasted white unicorn, and it pretty much summarizes exactly what wasted white people do, and it's just really funny. It's a basic unicorn, so it doesn't do anything, but the artwork and the name just makes it quite funny, and probably one of the best basic unicorns in the game. At spot number 9, we have the Zombie Unicorn. I've just seen so many people win games with this unicorn by summoning back the Ginormous Unicorn or Seductive or anyone that can just do more plays. So what this does is it's a magical unicorn, and it reads at the start. If this card's in the start of your stable at the beginning of your turn, you may discard a card, a unicorn, and if you do, bring a unicorn from the discard pile back to your stable. Then immediately end your turn. So what you can do with this is, if you've got 5 or something, then you can just bring out any big unicorn, like Seductive, because her effect will still trigger even if it's the end of your turn, because it's as soon as it enters the stable. And bring another one from anywhere on the field. Or you can bring out the fat one, which counts as 2, which means you win. Just really good solid unicorn to help win games. Holding position number 8 is the Horny Flying Unicorn, and it's pretty much exactly what it does. Now, this is similar to Seductive Unicorn, as in it takes a unicorn from anywhere on the field, and it can be any unicorn, and puts it on your stable. The difference is, they get it back, which makes it worse, of course. They get it back at the end of the turn. However, if this card, because it's a flying unicorn, if it's sacrificed or destroyed, you can use its effect again, because it goes back to your hand. So there is always that, and it's kind of some debate over which one's better, this or Seductive. I do think Seductive is better, and you'll see it later in the list. But Horny Flying Unicorn is definitely a good card, and you can definitely use it to win games. At spot number 7, we have the Swift Flying Unicorn. This card reads, when this card enters your stable, you may choose an instant card from the graveyard and add it back to your hand. And because it's a flying unicorn, if it's destroyed, it goes back to your hand. Now, I saw a combo with this when I was playing a few days ago, where 2 people teamed up on the rest of us, and one of them had the lasso, and they just kept on taking Swift Flying Unicorn, which meant there was basically an infinite number of nays in the graveyard between them, because they kept on adding it back when it entered or leave the stable. And it basically meant that one of them was going to win against the rest of us, because there was no way we could play through all of those negates. Swift Flying Unicorn is just anything that allows you to add instants or negates from anywhere to your hand. It's a really good card. It doesn't have to be specific, you can add any form of nay. And Swift Flying Unicorn just instigates so many good plays. You can sacrifice it, use it again. It's just really good, and probably one of the most powerful unicorns. The artwork and its name isn't very good, but it's probably one of the most powerful and practical unicorns in the game. At number 6, we have the Single Unicorn. This is, again, a basic unicorn, and I just think the combination of the name, the effect, and the description, which just reads the single life, makes this so funny. Probably one of the funniest cards in Unstable Unicorns at all, and definitely the best basic unicorn in the game. At number 5, we have the Inbred Baby Unicorn, the only baby unicorn that I've included in this list, just because it's the unicorn I always go for. It's really funny, and it's definitely not safe for work. It has the same effect as all babies. If it dies or returns to the hand, it goes to the nursery. And I think the design of it is just so offensive, it's kind of funny. It's like Frankie Boyle designed a unicorn. At number 4, we have Seductive Unicorn. Again, just a card that can instigate such good plays. It can take anything from anywhere on the field, and that can just set off a chain of effects, just like Horny Flying Unicorn, except you get it somewhat permanently, unless this is destroyed or sacrificed. Unless it leaves your stable. And then they get it back, which again, can just be taken back again if it has an on-entrance effect. Seductive is just a really good card. If it was a flying unicorn, then it would be just so broken. It would be too good. I don't really like the card design. I don't think it's that good. It doesn't really funny, but the effect of this card makes it one of the most practical cards. It's up there with the Swift Flying Unicorn. If Seductive was a flying unicorn, it would be the most powerful card in the game, by far. At the number 3 spot, we have these two, which are both, that go together. We have TwinkieCon and Bear Daddy Unicorn. Now, what TwinkieCon does, just gotta love the fucking artwork. It's probably one of my favourite artworks of any card in any game. It's so funny, and it reminds me of one of my good friends, James, who you'll eventually see in a video. Basically what it does is when it enters your stable, you get to add Bear Daddy, and look at the fucking sparkles and the rainbow. And when Bear Daddy enters the stable, you get to add a TwinkieCon. They go hand in hand. Their effects aren't great, but oh my god, is this funny. It's so funny, it's quite adorable, I love it, and it's definitely deserving of being on this list, very high on this list. At the number 2 spot, we have the Free Candy Unicorn. Now, apart from having a pretty decent effect of being able to take any baby for free from the stable, this card just is flawlessly designed. This and number 1, so close together. I chose this one because, well, I'll explain that in a minute. But this card is just so funny, it's perfectly designed, because the name goes with the sort of paedophile thing that he's going for in the artwork, and that works so well with the effect, like taking a baby unicorn. It just works really well, and if you don't laugh first time seeing this, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Before I reveal my number 1 choice, I just want to have a little bit of an honourable mentions list. So, we got my second favourite baby unicorn, was the baby Narwhal. I just think it's so adorable, just like a lot of these cards. We have the Alluring Narwhal. I've been Alluring Narwhal so many times by Chris, it's actually unbelievable. Like, whenever I get anything good out, it's just Alluring Narwhal. To go with that, you have Torpedo, Narwhal Torpedo. The Narwhal cards are generally quite good, but these two are definitely the best. The ability to take any upgrade or get rid of all your downgrades as long as it isn't Blinding Light is just so good. So practical. Horse for the Dildo is again a very funny, from the Not Safe for Work expansion pack, very funny basic unicorn. Unicorn Phoenix has a lot of combos because it's basically it's more powerful than a flying unicorn, because it doesn't just go back to your hand, it goes straight back to your stable if it's sacrificed or destroyed. So you can just do loads of loops with that, like with stuff like Glitter Tornado. Really good card. Fertile, I've seen people just win just with Fertile, and then just protecting it by getting the second draw every turn, and using Nay whenever someone tries to do anything to Fertile. Just every single turn, Fertile, get draw power, just sit on it for the whole game. Really good card. Unicorn the Cob, apart from having a decent effect, it's actually a decent effect, I just love the name and the design of this card, like Unicorn on the Cob, it's just really funny. And Magical Flying Unicorn, being able to recycle any magic card, is just a really cool effect. Alright, let's move on to our number 1 pick. And so, my number 1 pick for the best unicorn in Unstable Unicorns is Straight But Curious Unicorn. Again, it's pretty much, my reasoning is exactly like the Free Candy Unicorn. It's got a fairly good effect. When it enters your stable, you can look at the top 3 cards. So if you're playing with 4 people, or if you're playing with 4 or less people, you can basically know what everyone's going to get. But that's not why it's number 1. It's number 1 because the name goes so well with the effect, and it's just so funny. It is really funny. I thought when I first saw this that it was going to be some sort of joke about gayness, but it actually is a straight but curious unicorn. It's actually nothing gay about it, because its effect has everything to do with just being curious about the next talk. It's really cleverly designed, just like the Free Candy Unicorn, and that's why I've chosen it to be my number 1. It's a practical card. It's not incredibly powerful. It's very funny, very well designed, and very thoughtful. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more videos by me, then hit subscribe and the notification bell so you will get a reminder whenever I post a video. If you want to support me, please follow the links below to go on my Twitter. And if you're really kind, my Patreon. If you want to see some videos where I'm playing some Unstable Unicorns with the new expansion pack, then I'll be sure to play it with my family soon, hopefully today, if not when they get back from America. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave it a like if you did, and see you guys around. Bye.